I should be able to see it then.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
But we cannot go outside.
One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like déjà vu. I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
We're looking for something else. Are there any other traders around here then? There's only one. Well, there's only those two that I can see.
Hey, is anybody at home? Hello?
Mycroft's umbrella, the only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange, I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning. Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
But we need to find enough stuff so we can get another memory. There.
This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
There was an old man here? That must be Mycroft. It's definitely not us. It must be an old man. We helped her with the things, I think. Or did Mycroft? Was it Mycroft that helped?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Yeah, take it easy. Maybe.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs, go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
We arrived in the early mornings of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so he tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with the luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to our room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors will believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Sherry has realized that he never heard her coughing.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
That must be here.
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here.
Well, look at that.
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours. They were half mine too.
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me.
That's a good book. Even I read it. Our teacher also back in what was it? First grade read this to the class as well. That was great.
Interesting. What's that over there?
A key.
This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people?
I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
Really?
Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind. Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind.
Yeah, but why? What about the letter? It wants us to go to the Mind Palace. Friendly neighbor. No tuberculosis. Mycroft hid the truth about the death of our mother and lied when he told me that she died of tuberculosis. While there are no records about my mother's death, we had a family friend on Cordona. He may know something.
Wasn't that neighbor missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate. Nah, doesn't fit here.
Cross shape.
Perfect match. Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. Made of cherry wood, father's favorite.
The pipe of Seeger Holmes. I guess it's his father's pipe. A small straight smoking pipe made out of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father. We had hid it from Violet, as she didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old, its surface is worn from frequent use, but it has been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingers. Sherlock has taken his father's pipe with him. I sense it carries a considerable sentimental value.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind.
What more do we have? Right, I think we are leaving. Let's look for that family friend, shall we? So, what does it say? Best way to do that is to go in here and then over there. It is a little bit messy. I think just opening the map should have this option there, really. I lived in a house near the Greek bridge with a gas air balloon in the yard. Greek bridge. Yeah, well, it can be anywhere. It could be here. He lived nearby. Over there.
That wretch
Oh, shit.
Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
As if they were struck by a battering ram. I wonder how we managed not to hear any of this.
Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground.
Is that him?
Oof, a contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious. A kneecap reduced to splinters. A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
That's a big chain. An elephant.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
A strong pull broke this leash. A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
Yeah, right, sure.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
It looks rotten.
A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
We cannot go inside.
Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
Well, there should be more we're looking for.
A coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship. A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
I begin reconstruct now. I think we have everything. I think that is what happened.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Wait, what?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Well, what is it? I don't know if this is what happened. It was.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Is that what we need to do, or what? I mean, how hard could it be to track an elephant in a city? It's a lovely water, though. It's a little bit too, well, aggressive. It's not very calm. It's like, it's windy. This is the wrong one.
What's happened?
Do you know anything about this?
That's a question I can answer.
The elephant named Goliath crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it. He used to walk the elephant? The Greek bridge is over here. It's the one that leads to the cemetery. Well, now we just need to find the elephant. Like gratitude to this island will grow. Guess it's the tree I. Guess it's this tree I give to you. From the most responsible citizen in the Cordona Tea Gilden. It's a campfire.
Want to go for a swim?
It appears that we are drowning if we go too far. But look what you found. We cannot go that way. But it's almost like we need to get in there. How do we do that? Oh. But now we're up here again. Yeah, now we're at the ruins. So how do we get further inside the forest? I mean, this way is blocked.
Strange. It was hung with care. The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Dear Theodore, I'm writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as I value the lives of our people. Although I'm afraid this This one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. I'm being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors. They believe that your tree is a mockery and not a peace offering as you intended. The people are afraid. You refuse to give your elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It's an impossible situation. I admit that I think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Mrs. Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant being. Although she is female and far less frightening than your beast, please reconsider the situation. Sir William Sinclair, Governor of Cordona. Is the tree they were talking about this tree over here that we read about earlier? Yeah, it is. Goliath may have killed Theodore. The elephant and Goliath may have attacked Theodore Gilder in order to break free. Unknown third party. There was a witness to the chaos on Gil's property. They dropped their knife and may have injuries from the fall. It might be the key home. Could it be? Why would you have an elephant as a pet? The police is here now.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
Yeah, that will take us out here.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
Oh.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Right, I need to be brief. Tell me everything you know.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here. so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilden. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
We haven't met before.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
Well,
You've never
sure.
heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
So she must have hated it. Let's see here. Chaos unfolds. Traces near the shed.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
It's almost like... Well, she has a motive, actually, but could she have killed? Maybe she had tried to free the elephant, and that resulted in the father's death.
I can't think of anything else right now.
Yeah. But we will get to this. Don't worry. Tea party. I see. Okay. Oh.
Who's a cute bird?
Well, hello.
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary. She packed as much as she could carry. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
We do?
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be